some men, especially single men, when I get married, oh man, myself and my wife, pop, 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 every day. By that I mean we're going to be having sex every day. We'll be doing it. Like, what am I even saying every day? Maybe like 3 times a day or 4 times a day. And well, let me just bust your bubble very quickly. If there's a man listening to me, or a young guy, or you're single, or you're dating, the first thing that you must realize, let's not shock you, just to realize that your wife that loves you, cares about you, enjoys having sex with you, she will say no sometimes.
Hello. Good day, everyone. How are you all doing this wonderful day?
So you spoke some Yoruba.
Yes.
Did I just say Yoruba? God.
Yoruba?
Just spoke some Yoruba.
Yoruba is our local, should I say local language?
It's our mother
Or
tongue.
our mother tongue, yes, mother tongue. English, what would you say English is?
It's our national communication language.
But when you are filling forms here in this country, when they ask you what is your mother tongue, what do you say?
I say Yoruba.
Come off it.
Yes. I say Yoruba. It's there.
No, mother tongue, like native language.
Yes,
so
Yoruba.
No, me, I say English, because that's really the language that I was brought up with.
Yeah.
That's the language that I learned in school. That's the language that I speak. I speak more English than Yoruba.
Yoruba is my mother tongue.
Kill, God be with you. If I say we should speak Yoruba now throughout this episode, you will not flow. You will be mixing English inside. Kill. Anyway, ain't Temi. Ẹ̀yin tèmi, how is it? Tèmi, only Tèmi.
Hey, just
no. Like how ẹ̀yin tèmi is my people, but I want to address you. So how will I address you? Is it only Tèmi?
No, Eyomi.
Eyomi, okay, my person. Okay. Anyway, how are you? How far? That's basically what I wanted to get to. It took this long.
I'm
You're good.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
And you?
We thank the Lord. In all things, we give thanks because God is good all the time. All the time, God is good. You know what? Recently, you guys know that we're in the month of February, right? So the whole of this month, we're dedicating to speaking about love-related topics. And Anu and I were reflecting on our singleness, or the moments where we were single. Yes, we are married, but we were once single. And there are just some things that, why are you laughing?
The flow.
You must tell the audience, why are you laughing? Why are you
Because I was going to ask you, do you miss being single? Or do you miss your single days?
Should I be honest?
That's why we're here.
Sometimes, yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yes. And I guess that is actually one thing that we would maybe discuss also. But anyway, I lost my train of thought. Just take me back. Where was I coming from? Where was I going?
You
must carry me back.
That's why I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to disrupt your flow. But you were talking about how we
were once single.
Yeah.
Yes. And now that we are married, you guys all know that we are married. We thought that we should have a conversation about some of the realities of marriage that might not be obvious to a single person.
Yeah.
Because when I was single, I'll speak for myself, there were things that I did not really think about that would happen in marriage or that would not happen in marriage. Yeah. I just knew, okay, I'm single now. Oh, I found a person that I want to spend the rest of my life with. Okay, we're going to live happily ever after. Yeah. And we are, to the glory of God. But there are still things that are a reality. You asked me a question about if I miss my single days. And that's something that, as much as I feel shy to admit, I do miss being single sometimes.
You feel shy?
Because
I don't feel shy. With my full chest, I miss it.
Now I'm feeling somehow. Why was I shy when you
Yes. Because it's true. That's the truth about marriage. Like, marriage is beautiful. marriage is nice, spending your life with the person you genuinely love. But boy, when you remember your single days, certain freedom you had, and many things like that, that's not how you wouldn't miss it. Like sometimes you just think about it, some decisions you want to make, and you remember, if I was by myself, I've done this thing, I'm done. But now you're with someone that you're supposed to do life with. You need to get the consent of your partner before you make that decision.
By the way, I must say that we're not, you know how single people feel like all these married people would be saying, oh, enjoy your singleness, enjoy your singleness, and they are rolling their eyes.
Are you by enjoying yourself?
And the single people are like, we too, we want to be in the marriage table, we want to be there as well.
Yeah.
So I just want to set it straight, set the record straight that actually enjoy your singleness.
For
Because we're
real.
going to be real and candid about what
Very
we
real.
miss.
Very real.
Not to say that marriage is not beautiful. I know I already said it. Anyway, so babe, tell me, what do you miss about being single?
There are many things, let's be honest. Many things. But I would start with, maybe this is not the first thing or the thing I miss the most, but it's just one of many. And it is the freedom and the power you have over your time and how you spend your time. So when I was single, I was fully responsible for my 24 hours, how I want to spend my 24 hours. If I was going somewhere, if I was staying at home, if I was watching a movie, I was doing a project, it was my time. So my time was my time, 100%. But when you get married, your time is not your time anymore. It's a shared time. So that is one thing I can say that I missed, or I miss. It's one.
You said one of many.
Yes. Do you want me to keep listing?
No. It's okay.
But it makes sense, right?
Yeah, it does make sense. I remember when we were dating and you would want us to, because it was a long distance relationship,
Yes.
you would want us to be on the call, even though we're not actively talking.
Yes.
And that was something that I struggled with, because for me, it was kind of like you are taking out of my time, my personal time. And I don't think that I understand the concept of just having the laptop open and having you doing whatever you're doing on the other end of the line.
Yes.
And I'm doing my own thing. I just feel like if I'm talking to you, let me talk to you 1 hour, 2 hours, we call it a day, and I know I can move on to the next thing. But you are the one that taught me to just enjoy that experience of being present in each other's lives, even though we were not in the same space. And I did see the point over time.
Yes. So I'm sure you know why I was doing that. I told you I had a failed long distance relationship.
Yes.
And because of that, I knew some things that if I told myself, if I was going to be in another long distance relationship, these are certain things that I must do, and that was one of many. It was that I wanted to practice just being present, me and my lover or my partner being present in each other's lives, because that's really what marriage is about. So there are many times where we're in this house, we're in the same room, but 1 hour, 2 hours might pass without us necessarily saying anything to each other, because we are both doing our own stuff, but we're enjoying each other's presence. So sometimes we're both working from home and we might not speak to each other for a stretch, but I can come and I just say hi and then I go back, because that's
mirroring
real.
reality.
Yeah, because in marriage, speaking of some of the truth about marriage, you're going to be in the same space 24/7 sometimes, but that does not mean you guys are going to be chatty every time. That doesn't mean that you wouldn't want your own space. But sometimes you just want that space.
But this is another point too.
Yes.
This is another reality of marriage. Maybe hold that thought and let's go back. Let's double back.
Okay.
To what we were talking about, what we miss.
Yes.
So for me, I miss being flexible. I feel like right now with being married, I'm not as flexible. I can't say, oh, I want to travel. I miss traveling. I just want to go.
Just being spontaneous.
I just want to go out and just, spend money just because I shop. I just can't do that anymore.
You're thinking of family or future.
Yes, because I have a husband who is very futuristic in his approach. And so when I'm like, I want to spend though. My husband is like, okay, we can spend though. But if we spend today, tomorrow, what are we going to do? So, but if I were to be single, of course, I would save, but then I would have money for enjoyment, and that money I feel like would be more,
Then what? Don't
more
know.
than that.
Don't know. I feel you. I
Yeah,
feel
I
you.
mean, I'm just being vulnerable right
I
now,
feel
but
you. I
yeah,
feel
that's the
you.
reality.
I feel you.
That's the reality. I feel like when I was single, I was much more flexible with my time, with my finances. Now, being married, it's like we always have to sit down, plan the family budget. And then
Yeah.
after we plan the family budget, I now have the leftover. And then from what is left.
Don't say you now. We both have the leftover.
Yeah, I'm talking for myself. You speak for yourself. Did you mention flexibility? It's me that
Okay.
mentioned
All
it.
right.
Yeah,
All right.
so after we do the family planning and all that, family budget rather, because
Yeah.
family planning is something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I, use what is left for myself. But I'm not complaining because it has brought a new level of cohesion,
Yeah.
So now we're building for the future. It's not
Yeah.
just about me thinking of myself. Now I
Yeah.
have to think about legacy, think
Yeah.
about family, think
Yeah.
about the, next couple of years.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing it by myself.
Yeah.
Two are better than one. So we're pulling both resources together and moving forward. Maybe we talk about one more thing that we each miss before we move to your
To other
point
things.
on the space.
So while I was single,
Tell me.
I had a number of friends. I'm mostly female friends. Of course, I still have some female friends, but I don't invest time. I don't invest a lot of my effort and resources and things with my female friends anymore. So, but while I was single, it was nice. Yeah, it was nice just to have friends that you could call, spend time with, chat. But so the question is, do I miss it? Yes, but I can do without it because now I have the most important woman in my life now.
Sure.
And so I would tie that into the reality of marriage, speaking from a male perspective. Now, we're having a very raw and honest conversation, right? See, the truth is, the woman you get married to, she's the most beautiful woman to you, right? She's attractive, she's everything. But marriage will not stop you from seeing other attractive women. And I think it's the same way also for the lady too. Even when you marry the most attractive man that you think is attractive, doesn't mean you will not see other men that you also find attractive. But the discipline of marriage is that you have made a choice to be with one person and you have to maintain that choice, to be with this person, to love and to express your emotions too. And so that's the truth, right? So,
and that's why you are keeping your boundaries,
yes,
right?
and
Even
that's why you
though
have to,
a part of you misses spending time with those ladies,
yeah,
you also know that you don't want to leave any room
exactly. You
to
don't
the
want to
enemy.
create,
You
you
don't
don't want to
want
create any
any
opportunity.
opportunity where the woman feels like, oh, he's spending time with me, and then maybe for some reason, whatever reason it may be, she's catching feelings. That
Exactly.
complicates it, and you
Exactly.
too, because there's actually something called emotional cheating.
Yep.
Cheating is not just
Physical.
you getting in the bed with someone that is not
Yes.
your husband or wife. You can actually be spending a very dangerous amount of time with someone to the point that they are meeting your needs emotionally, and that shouldn't be.
Yeah.
So you do what
Yes,
you have to
as a
do.
married man, you shouldn't be the sole provider of any emotional need for any other woman apart from your wife. That's the truth. Even as a counselor. So, like, if you're practicing as a psychologist or as a psychotherapist or as a counselor, your clients don't see you as their primary source of comfort or emotional. But if that's what you do as a married man, where your female friends, they know that if they're looking for emotional comfort, they are their go-to, it's a problem, right? And so as a single person, I could be that to many of my female friends, and which was cool, because for me, I'm a natural empath and things like that. But I can't do that anymore because it doesn't make sense.
I agree.
Cool. What about, do you have any other one for yourself?
Maybe I miss those days of being single when I would just be like, okay, maybe this week I'll just cook 1 or 2 dishes. It's only me that is in the house. I'm just eating for myself.
Yeah.
And then when I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna cook, I'll just go to either a friend's place or I order in food. Now, because we're two, I have to take care of my family. So then every week I'm always having to draw up either in my head or physically on a paper what the week is going to look like, what I'm going to cook for for the week. And to be very honest, I don't really enjoy cooking. So yeah, that's part of what I miss about being single. But it's my joy to serve you since you enjoy my food.
Ah,
So
I know want enjoy your food. Which food I want enjoy if I don't enjoy your food?
yeah, Sikira.
I must though.
Yes. So let's go back now to what you were talking about with the space that you now how marriage has influenced your space,
Yeah.
how you take up space, spending time alone. Yeah, because I you were talking about it before, but then I said let's finish this first thought
Yeah.
before moving
You know
forward.
when you're single, yes, you desire to love someone and for someone to love you, and the dating phase, you both can't seem to like get enough of each other, right? You always want to like speak to each other, call each other, be around each other, go everywhere together with each other, you know. And in your mind, you're thinking when we are married, that will be our life 247. We're going to be with each other like skin to skin every time. But that's not true, because very quickly you would realize that that's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. Yes, you can, as a matter of practice and discipline, have structures and routines that make sure that you guys are involved with each other and you don't drift apart while you're in the same house, you know. But the reality of marriage is that there are moments where you need your space. There are moments where you want to do an activity but you don't want to do it with your partner. Like you genuinely don't want to do it with your partner. You just want to do this thing yourself,
Indoor or outdoor?
indoor or outdoor, whatever it is.
Mm.
Yeah, that there are moments like that you just don't want to, like, this is my time. I want to enjoy this experience by myself.
That one is more for you, shall can't relate.
You can't relate, yeah. But for maybe for,
If it's indoor, give me an example before I say I can't relate.
so for example, you know, there are moments where it will be very nice to have the idea of, you know, both of us in the kitchen cooking, you know, things like that. But for me, I discovered that I prefer to cook. I prefer to cook without you. You know, of course, there could be peculiarities about both of us, you know, in the kitchen. But I just know that when I want to cook, I rather I'm the only one in the kitchen and you can be anywhere. Another example for me is that sometimes I want to watch some things like some TV shows that I want, it's me. When I want to relax sometimes, right? I watch streamers. This new generation of young guys that stream. So I just go there, I watch, I just see what they're doing, you know. So they will come and be like, who are these people that you're watching? What are you watching? And I'm like, yeah, it's not every time I'm going to be listening to, you know, preaching. Sometimes
I didn't say you should listen to
wait,
preaching.
or to be doing research or something that,
Baby, I didn't say you should do
or
research
to be
now.
watching something that is going to move our family forward.
Don't say it. Like there are also things that I enjoy watching that I might not watch with you, you know?
Yeah,
Like
but
maybe pop the balloon to find love or whatever. Or I'm sure they're like, if you check my YouTube, you see some of the things that I watch. But I just cannot understand the concept of watching streamers. They're just literally living their lives, making a fool out of themselves for the most part, because that's also what makes people stick to their channel. And I'm like, okay, what's the benefit? I guess because I don't just watch stuff for watching sake. I guess that's where I'm different from you.
so you think I watch for watching sake?
Okay, tell me why you watch streamers.
To chill, to relax.
And that's watching sake now.
That's not watching sake. Relaxation is not watching sake. It's relaxation.
Yeah, but there's no educational value in
That's
it.
it. But that I don't watch them 247.
Okay.
Or the pop the balloon. What's the educational thing in pop the balloon?
Ah, it can serve as a way for you to know how different women think, different men think, and
So-
we could even use some of these things in our context.
Yeah, but so you do there. So what do you watch to relax? Just for relaxation.
I watch that for relaxation.
So, but you-
I watch Cruise, some of the episodes.
So the reason I'm asking is that you have certain things that you watch for relaxation.
Yeah.
So if I'm watching my own for relaxation, let me watch.
Okay. All right. Noted.
So we're saying what are some of it? I've answered, right?
My goodness. Okay. I think for me, it's a bit different though. I like spending time with you. And even though I might not be doing the activity with you. Just having you around is nice.
Yeah, same here.
Not really. You really enjoy being away from me sometimes.
Uh-uh.
And you don't say It's true now. When I asked you what do you miss, that was the first thing you said, no?
That what? That what?
That you don't have freedom anymore to make decisions and whatnot, and then your space. In that same freedom point, you brought up the space. So it's not a problem, baby. I I respect it. I'm just saying that I'm a bit different
Okay.
from you.
Okay.
Like if I've not seen you for 2 hours, I'm like, this my husband will not come and check on me. But this my husband, he can go 5 hours. Five. You people, please help me to tell him. Tell us, is it wrong or right? It is
No.
well.
No, 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 no. Today something interesting happened. Look good. I was working good. I said, wait a minute. This I tell you, is it marriage is fun, but you have to be wise see, you have to be wise as a man or someone in relationship. So very interesting story. Today I was working, had a call at work, and then I had maybe some things I was doing.
You will not say what you were doing, no. What were you doing after?
So
Were you working throughout the
I was
whole 3
working.
hours?
Yes, no, I was working. I had a call at work.
By the way, it was
Then
it was lunch break time around 12.
yes.
Okay.
So I was working, I had a call, I was learning German, and then I had another call. So I didn't even know it was what 2 hours or thereabouts or
3.
hours. So when I was done with my last call, then I came to so I was like, okay, let me go check my wife. So I got into the room and I saw her laying, and I'm like, hey babe, how are you? But I already saw her face. She was already carrying her nose somehow. I'm like, I've seen this nose carriage before. I've seen this nose before, so I'm like, how are you feeling? How are you? He's like, are you good? Do you feel well? Everything? I was also trying to be like very nice and doting, like, how is it? Because I'm like, this nose must come down. So finally, she now said, oh, you not come and check on me for 3 hours. I said, you're calculating the hours. I said, so you were doing 1 hour, second hour,
Come off it. It's
3 hours.
Yo, people, in my defense, it wasn't like I was counting 1 hour, 2 hours. I just knew that I left him around 11 after eating breakfast on the dining. I left him around 11, and then 11 to 12, 12 to 1, and past 1. I was in the room all the while. I was doing different things, but I knew he was having meetings, so I didn't want to interrupt his meetings. So in my mind, I'm like, please, after this meeting, this husband should come and check in on the wife. Be like, how far, are you good? Everything okay? But anyway, Sha, what I have noticed is that Anu,
I enjoy my me time. That one I know.
eh?
I enjoy me time.
Yes, he enjoys me time, and if he's focused on one thing, he's focused on that one thing. He doesn't really enjoy multitasking, and he's not that successful at it. Anyway. Depends on the context, but like if he is speaking to someone, he's speaking to that person, he's present fully, and then he cannot come in and just be like, oh, you go, and then no, he will have to finish that process before he starts the next one. But yeah, God is helping us. It's not easy. So anyway, my own is that I'm a bit different from you. I have a different take.
Yeah.
Maybe it's also a case of women being different from men. I don't know if there are women who are like you and also like their me time. I like my me time too, but I don't have a problem with you being in my space. Even though I'm doing my me thing. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
But you, when you are in your space, you're doing your thing, it's like, yeah, just leave me be. Yeah. Should we talk a bit more about how finances are unified after marriage? I already mentioned it earlier on about how sometimes I miss the freedom that I had.
Yeah.
So maybe let's go a little bit deeper into that reality that when you marry someone, you marry their financial history, everything there is about finance. And I know there are women who say something like, yeah, my money is my money, his money is our money. Abi, am I
Yeah.
missing?
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah, his money is our money. That one, I don't know which kind of marriage you want to enter into with that kind of mindset.
The truth is, finances, when you're single, you really never think about how important finance is, especially in the context of marriage. But aside from infidelity, finance is one of the leading cause of separation, divorce, problems in relationships. Like a lot of marriages are having problems because of their financial state. So financial problems are big. And the reason is, like you rightly said, when you marry someone, you are essentially also bringing your finances together. So if you had debt before, somehow your partner is a part of that debt. And if you have anything financially related, there is like a shared thing. But I must also give this caveat, and the caveat is that this only would be relevant if you have the philosophy of when we get married, we are bringing our finances together into one pot. Because I must say that there are people who don't have this mindset. There are some marriages where somehow they're able to function like that, right? Where the woman, she has her money, she has her bank account, she manages her money. The husband or the man, he has his own money, manages his accounts. If there's any cost or anything that needs to be, any cost that needs to be made in the home, the woman brings a part, the man brings their part. You know, there are relationships like that where they don't basically have joint accounts. You know, so if you operate that way, you might not really feel a lot of what we're talking about, of the stress, right, or of the reality we're talking about. But if you're thinking of, okay, when I get married, myself and my husband, we want to bring our resources together so we can build, then you have to realize that you wouldn't have all the freedom that you had when you were single. So those spontaneous things you wanted to buy when you were single, you wouldn't buy them anymore now, because it's not really your money anymore. It is the family's money, and then it's the family's priority that has to rule over your own selfish, or maybe not selfish this time, but your personal desires.
That's very interesting. That's an interesting observation. And I think you're right that there are families that do it differently from how we do it. I would just be curious to know how they are successful. How do they manage the utilities in the house? How do they decide what percentage comes from who and whatnot if they don't unify it?
It might be depending on the earning power of each partner. So if the husband is earning significantly more than the wife, so
There's no need for
so you might just decide, okay, I'm going to take care of these bills and blah blah blah. So and I have my
okay.
money, and you do yours, or just say, okay, I take care of this thing. You're responsible for this. You know, and whatever you do with your money, you do. Whatever I do with my money, I do.
Fair.
You know, there are relationships like that.
Okay, there's not a one size fits all approach, but
No.
I guess the point is that when you get married, your finances will no longer be a personal thing
Yeah.
for you for the most part.
Yep.
It's something that you would have to disclose. It's something that your partner would need to know about, including any history that you have with debt.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's unfair to have debt and you don't let your husband or wife know. It can be very devastating.
Yep.
When that comes into limelight.
Yep.
And I feel like for you to have debt, then it means financially you are not yet free.
Yep.
So you cannot even be hiding, you shouldn't even hide your finances, because how are you going to come out of the debt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
But overall, money is a very important topic in marriage, and it's something that I feel people should talk about before getting into a marriage.
Yeah, before choosing
Before choosing a partner, you need to understand their mindset, because
Yeah.
what Anu has explained now is that there are people who share a different perspective. So we believe in unifying our finances, bringing everything to the table, and then from there dealing with what we need to deal with
Yeah.
as a family. But if you as a person have a different mindset, you might struggle with someone who has a different mindset like us, right? So it's important to know what kind of mindset your partner has when it
Yes.
comes to finances,
It's
debt,
spending, to
spending,
saving,
investing, also even charitable
Yeah.
deeds to family members
Yes.
too,
Yeah.
because that's also very important.
Yep.
There are some people who don't really send money home
Yeah.
to parents
Yeah.
because they believe that everybody for himself, or they may not have good relationship with their family members.
Mm-hmm.
And then you, on the other hand, you believe in sending money every month. So those different mindsets somehow have to find a middle ground. And
Yep.
that's the work that needs to be done.
Yep.
But must mention.
Yeah. Another thing that is what you have mentioned, I want to speak about, especially from a man's perspective, is some men they think, especially single men, oh, when I get married, oh man, myself and my wife, pop 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 every day. By that I mean we're going to be having sex every day. We'll be doing it like what am I even saying every day? Maybe like 3 times a day or 4 times a day. And well, let me just bust your bubble very quickly. If there's a man listening to me, or a young guy, or you're single, or you're dating, the first thing that you must realize, let's not shock you, just to realize that your wife that loves you, cares about you, enjoys having sex with you, she will say no sometimes. She will say, not today, I'm tired. Or not today. She might not even give you a reason, but she's like, babe, no, please, another time. When you start bringing your mouth and you want to kiss, she's like, please, 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 please. So that's something that you must realize, that you're not going to have it every day, and it's not because having sex every day is not good. If you can, by all means, of course, like I believe there's some marriages and there's some people that have sex every day. If you can, by all means. But the reality is you might not have it as frequent as you think you will have it. So just know that, right? Just know that and know
No
peace.
peace.
And all those fantasies that you're having. See, second one.
But even like you spoke about it from the perspective of a man thinking that he will always be in the mood. Life situation have not hit you. Nah, you'll be seeing your wife, but it's mood. You see that that you want to do, it will fly from your mind
Yeah.
because life happens.
Yeah.
It's not every time that you guys are always going to be doing the
Yeah.
do.
No.
Life situations change.
Yeah.
So yeah, just be aware of that, which is why I think, okay, sorry, I was interrupting you. Please proceed.
Yeah, and also like I want to also say that sex in marriage is not what you see in Nollywood, and I must say this,
Nollywood or
Nollywood or Hollywood. You know how
they don't show sex scenes in Nollywood.
yeah, but in Hollywood, right, all these movies where the husband wants to come to his wife and he just goes and he does one dramatic things, he tears this clothes, he carries her, lifts her out, everything. Brother, that's not how it is. So real life is not what you see. Just I will not describe what it is in marriage, but what I can tell you categorically is that what you watch in movies is not what is obtainable every time in your home. So don't allow that fantasy and that image to mess your mind up, so that when you are with your wife, you are like, what's happening? I mean, we're supposed to be doing this. We're supposed to. I watch it in this movie. Well, we know. Please.
Yeah, that's why it's important to guard your eye gate. They say don't do pornography. It's very important, and the reason is because it gives a very false reality, or false illusion, not even reality, of what the real thing actually is.
Yep.
And you come into marriage with the wrong expectation that your wife or your husband cannot even meet.
Yeah.
And then you become unhappy, but that's because you already got the wrong information that you think you can build a marriage on. But anyway, I think what I wanted to mention is the importance of intimacy going beyond sexual intercourse. I think that's important because there are days, there are weeks, there are situations that happen that make sex not possible.
Yes.
For example, if the woman is on her period, it is what it is, right? So how then do you keep your intimacy alive? Intimacy is not just doing the do. It's also the conversations that you have during the day, the quick check-ins,
the massage,
watching a movie together, playing a game together if you guys love that, and just talking, spending quality time with each other. That's what really matters. Because let's think about it. The older people get, the less sex is passionate. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're in your 70s, your 80s, your 60s,
No,
are you going to be doing it like
my 60s? I want to be my day. In my 60s, we have to be. Hey,
I'll meet you there in the future. You will see. We'll see.
60.
And now,
That's why
you should start going to the gym. That your muscles are,
solid.
and now so you backdate. You reduce your age by 10 years. Have you heard they say that?
Yeah, but by 60, by God's grace, we're still firing.
How do you call it firing? Firing what? Firing police. All right, people.
Yeah.
That's it from our side today.
I feel like we ended with a lot of no, not so holy. People will not be hearing. I'm like, wow. So you people are like this. Well, is well. Is well. Is well. Is well. But thank you all for listening to this episode. We really hope that as much as we had fun and talked about different subjects, at least one or two things would make sense to you and you find it valuable. And if you really did, it would be nice to leave your comment, share it with someone, and follow our pages to get notified when we have new episodes. That's what we got.
All right, people. Till we come your way next time, don't forget to toast to life, because life is worth living. See you next time.
See you next time. Ciao.
Cheers.